Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chakra Diva Show. I am your host, Amber Poole, also known as the Chakra Diva. I am a chakra master as well as an energy healer for the past decade, and now I bring all of my gifts to you so that we can read your chakras. My whole entire purpose is to connect you in with your purpose, your soul, your gifts, your higher self. Sometimes we lose the way on the road, or our road is just really curvy and not straight to our destination. So I like to ask my guides to connect in and help and assist whoever's calling in today and whatever messages they may need. If you are in the local area, I do live in Maryland, and I have been traveling around and giving chakra presentations. I actually go through everybody's chakras. We release stuff. We have a good laugh. We talk, and it's just a really good time. So if you are in Maryland, please look that up. I would love to meet you and see you. All right. I'm going to start. I wasn't going to start this way, but something told me that I need to pull out a card for you guys. And then we're going to talk about your intuitive chakras. So I just want you to take a moment to put your feet on the ground, ground your energy. That means bring your energy all the way into the ground and step into the present moment. And I'm hearing two. So we're going to pull out two cards. And what is the message? What is the message for the rest of the week? For this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? This time that I get to see you. And talking to your guides, that's not it. That's not the card. I wait for that magical card to come out. Thank you very much. And then we're also going to have the second one. Oops. So what message? So I want you guys to just dive in and think one or two. Which message resonates with me? What do I need to know? Right? And then if you hear the message and you're like, yes, that I totally get, then take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. What we do is we ask the collective for a message, which will be the collective, right? So maybe you're just having, come on. I'll show you in a minute, but I need another card. Maybe you're just having one of those days where you're like, yeah, it doesn't resonate. All right. So this is the funny card. I want to put it here. So the first card, if you chose the first card, it's about working on your throat chakra and being honest with yourself. And I love this card because it's sitting in your authentic truth. Okay. It's not someone else's. It's being honest and being real with yourself. Is your relationships working out? Do you like who you are? Do you want to do something different? Do you feel like your path needs to change? Are you allowing that opportunity to change? The honesty card is where it's asking you to be real. Sit down and be like, look, something's not working in my life. And what are you going to do about it? Own it. Take responsibility. So I love this card because when I pull it out for myself, I'm like, oh, I need a reality check. So who doesn't, right? All right. Then I pulled out a second card, which was the funny card, and it was the throat chakra. So I didn't want to read that one to you because overall it is using your throat, right? It's about goals, right? And achieving what's the next step? Where do you want to go? What is the big goal that you want to achieve? Sometimes we have to just break it down into small steps, right? I'm going to give you an example. I have been wanting to go out and do these presentations or workshops with people, like in groups and things like that, with people that I don't know. And I'm always so nervous about groups. I'm such a one-on-one person, and I can do sessions, and I've been doing them for a decade, and I can do small groups. And I kind of like, I go inside myself and I'm like, oh, I got to read for a big group, a big number of groups. And I was like, you know what? But that's what I really want to do. Like, if you ask me, who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? I want to read for like these big groups and deliver messages and do all this wonderful stuff. And then I thought, I got to push myself, because if you don't push yourself, you're not going to grow. So I got online and I started to reach out to a lot of people, and they all booked me and they all sold out. So we're going to have a great time. It's me stepping out to get to the big goal, right? You take small steps to get to the big goal. So if you know that you have a big goal in mind, break it down. All right. Go, what can I do today? I was so tired of just waiting and waiting that I decided just to go for it. So that is the goals card. All right. Now let's get into the rest of our chakras. Like I said that I would. Last week, we worked on our crown chakra, our third eye chakra, and our throat chakra on our intuitive gifts. So your chakras hold each information, right? They hold information, they hold imprints. Your heart chakra is all about manifesting. It's about your connection with oneness. Like when we sit in our heart chakra and we open our hearts, it's so beautiful. I can't say that enough. When you have expansive heart energy, everybody sees it, everybody knows it. And it's a great connection to have with source, with one, with, your higher power to co-create together, to manifest beautiful things. So your heart chakra is, I think, the ultimate power, right? You're walking around and being a vessel of light. You're being a vessel of love. So no matter what chakra else balances with that, always have your heart open. Always, like, when I see my clients, I don't come from a place of judgment, right? Because who am I to judge? I don't know any of their life steps and what they've gone through or anything. So when somebody comes to me, no matter how beat up they've been, I just have an open heart and acceptance, and we are where we are, and where can we go from there? So your heart chakra is just, it's my favorite chakra. All right, go down to your third. Your third one is your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is pretty neat because it's about vital energy that runs through the body, but it also has the sense of telekinesis and also your gut feelings. Like if you have a gut feeling, right, that something's going to happen. Or my friend called me and she's like, Amber, I should not go to work today. And I was like, why? My gut feeling's telling me no. I'm like, then don't go. Right? It's easy for me because when you follow your intuition, that's what you do, right? If your gut feeling's telling you not to do something and you don't do it. But she went to work anyway. And was there something bad that happened? There wasn't anything bad that happened. But she was learning to get into her intuition and to find out, what is her gut instincts saying? How are they going? Which way should they go? And the more that you practice it, the more it opens up and you're able to say, oh, you know what, this is accurate. My gut feeling's this, and that's exactly what it is. Or my kid's skipping school. I have a gut feeling, so I'm going to go to school and find out, right? You can use it that way too. All right. It's also for telekinesis. So there was a friend that I had growing up, and I thought it was so crazy. He would put down the salt pepper shakers, like the little clear ones, plastic ones, whatever it is. It's not plastic, it's glass. And he would put it on the table and he would go, watch this. And he would get really low and he would stare at them. And at first I was like, okay. But then they start shaking back and forth and back and forth. I looked under the table because I'm like, what is going on here? Who is this magician? Right? I'm being played. But it was a gift. It was something that he could access easily and move things. Did you ever hear about like the spoons that bend over and that you could do it with your brain, or or moving objects, right? So telekinesis is a huge gift in the solar plexus. Then you have levitation would be there too. I've never seen anybody levitate. However, I do know that that is a gift in your solar plexus. And there's also having out-of-body experiences. Now, this one I can speak of because I did have an out-of-body experience when I was really sick and I blacked out, and that's how my whole entire gift started opening. And I remember pulling through my body and I started to fly up and up and up. And I thought, oh my God, I died. And I started to move across and I could see myself in bed. I could see my husband. I could see my kids. And I'm flying through my bedroom. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm dying. If I'm not dead, I am dying. And I remember turning around and swimming back to my body. That is called an out-of-body experience. Or if you have such like trauma or something that shocked you, or perhaps you had a near-death experience, you actually leave your body, okay? Near-death experience. So out-of-body comes from your third chakra. Now, a lot of the clients that I have are second chakra intuitives, and that means that they have empathy and they also have clairsentience, where they feel other people's emotions. I do to a sense, right? So I can sit down and I will feel like if I have a person who's coming in, a deceased loved one, I can feel their emotion. Okay. When I'm talking to somebody, they don't have to show it on their face, their expression. I can feel what energy they have. Some people are extremely sensitive and they feel everything. Like they are so sensitized that they feel, how somebody's doing, their best friend's doing, and they're not in front of them. They're like miles away. They have this beautiful connection. So what I would say, if you have this gift, is to work with boundaries, work with, like what's their stuff and what's your stuff, because it can become very confusing and you can take on a lot of people's energies or even an environment's energy or in a place. So I would just call out boundaries, right? Is this mine? Is this yours? Or is this something else? So that is a second chakra. Your first chakra intuitive gift would be psychometry, okay, or something where you feel or you sense through feeling. And like for me, what I do is I have to write down everything. I have to write down these cute little gingerbread people, and I have to look through a book to gain information. Okay. I have to use my hands in order to obtain this information. Or if I'm healing somebody and I'm in the room, using energy, I have to open up my hand chakras. So it's actually really important for me to balance my first chakra, because that is the gift of my gifts, in order to obtain balance with this chakra. You want to make sure that your body, right, you're in alignment with your body, because that will help too. And that you're feeling energy. Sometimes people, like if it's a metal object or an object at all, can pick up something and hold it, and they can read the energy off of the object. So if I taught a class one day and I had a little doll, it was like a metal doll, and I brought my doll into class and I said, okay, go ahead, I'll pass it around. And everybody held it, and you close your eyes and you just like really focus on the object, and you kind of sense who's here, what's going on. Is this male? Is this female? What about the person do I know? All from picking up an object, write down any of the details. And everybody would say, I get a grandmother. I'm like, yeah, it's my grandmother. Right? So once you have your gift, or once you say, you know what, I'm a second chakra person, or I'm a third chakra person, my clairvoyance is open. So maybe I'm a sixth chakra person, right? Start practicing with that skill. Fine tune it, okay? And as you fine tune your first skill of whatever you have, it opens up the door for many other ones to come. So when I'm doing a session, I'm not just going and grabbing pieces off of my clairvoyance. I'm feeling emotions. I'm sensing with my hands. Another thing that you can do if you really want to practice in your intuitive gifts is to close your eyes. So like I was telling you before about this whole entire group thing, I did a group. I did a group one time, and I used to run my own shop, right? Before I was pregnant, and I had the whole entire COVID thing was going around. So I shut down my shop. And before I shut it down, we would do we had a group session, and I was blindfolded. So I was completely blindfolded, couldn't see anything. I think there was 20 people there. And somebody, I didn't know who was there, would come up and stand in front of me. And I would take my hands and open up my hand chakras and go down that person's chakras without seeing them. And I would just tell them all about themselves. And I would say, like my favorite one that always sticks out is when I was scanning on somebody's leg. It was the hip, I think. And I said, oh, I have anger, right? So that was an emotion that I felt. And then I'm sitting with it for a second. And then it was, oh, I got a sun energy. I was like, are you mad at your son? And she goes, I am mad because my son will not leave. Like, I think he was older, you know what I mean? And came back home. And I said, oh, well, you don't want this energy like hanging out on your knee. Let's release it. Let's get rid of it, which is exactly what energy healers do. And, it also helps people realize that we have lots of imprints and junk on us and that we have to process it. So use your gifts by focusing on one. All right. The one that's your main one. Maybe it's clairaudience, right? Sometimes when I'm talking to clients, I hear things that just drop in my head. And I will say, who's Samantha? Who's this? Whatever it is. And then the person will say, oh, that's my whoever. So just pick one. Pick one chakra that you want to work with. If you want to work with a crystal in your chakra, go online, right? Sodalite for your throat chakra. Maybe you want to do a little lapis lazuli to open up your clairvoyance. Maybe you want to connect in with spirit and do mediumship and grab some selenite or some clear quartz. That would be good. Sorry, I'm talking to spirit as I'm talking to you too. So as you guys want to pick your one chakra to focus on, the rest of them will start to come open. And it might be like small steps, but just keep writing it down. Keep taking notes that things are coming up, that, you know what, I had a dream last night and something came through, or I relate with numbers. 222 keeps showing up. If you have a spirit book, which is what I call it, it's a journal, you write down all of your impressions. You write down everything that you can. So that way you learn how spirit is communicating with you and how you are communicating with spirit. All right. It's called a spirit journal or a spirit book. Then you focus on your one chakra that you have and just really tune into it and just spice it up, right? Because more and more and more specific. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please go to my Facebook page. Tell me what chakra you guys are awesome at, because I love to meet you guys and just have connection with you guys. I'm going to go to the phones and I'm going to take Chris. Chris from Florida. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. You are so sweet and so lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
First time caller.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. How can I help you today?
Well, I'm at a crossroad. I'm at a very interesting time of my life in this human experience. And so now we need to know a better direction so that we fulfill our promise that we've made, our contract.
Perfect. I love that you're doing the work. Can I just say that first of all?
Thank you.
I'm getting chills. Can you tell me about your dad?
He passed away back 1989, I believe. Didn't really know him very well. So
that is okay. He's giving me like chills everywhere. And it's kind of like, yes, I get to talk to her. And he keeps showing me that he's proud. And there's also a grandmother connection too. That's coming through. So I just want to let you know that when you're doing your work, you can also connect in with him and see, what's going on or how he can help you in those ways. Even if you're not connecting with him now in this physical world, he's still with you in spirit and choosing to help and assist. So I love it. All right.
So can I say something really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
When he passed, he was cremated, and I went to scatter his ashes, and he told me not to, and I kept him with me. I told him he was going to live the rest of his life with me. And he does.
Love that. He does. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you came on, it was like strong dad presence, right? Chills all down my body. So know that his spirit is with you. He's the one, and he's showing me a candle. Something about, do you like candles? It's a white candle. I don't know if that's important, but it's a single candle that was just lit.
Okay.
I don't know if you like them or the connection with it, but he just showed me that there's a white candle, and he's funny. I just want to mention that too, because like he would want to play a joke with me, and he's like, "Don't you know?" And I was like, "No, I don't know that symbol," and he's like kind of giggling about that.
Yeah, he is. He was a jokester. He really was. From what I was able to be with him, he was pretty funny. He had a good sense of humor.
Because I was like, I don't know that one. Yeah, I never had somebody. I was like, I don't know that symbol, and he's like laughing at me, like, you don't know it? Come on! I'm like, no, I don't. And he starts laughing. So I know that he's like funny, humorous, having a joking personality with me. So that feels really good too. So what I want to tell you that your challenge is, remembering that life is a playground, that we create things and that in this world we can manifest new things. The advice that I kept getting with that, so playground, right? So if you were sitting very quietly of how you wanted to just release things, right? Or play around, you can go up into spirit and you can make these contracts, you can break them, you can do connections with them too. But there's a component that comes with this contract, and they keep highlighting forgiveness, forgiveness,
Okay.
forgiveness, forgiveness. But they just showed me like the shaking of the hands, like done deal, done deal. Like you don't have to make it bigger than what it is. You go up into a spirit world over here, and there's another person involved. Oh no, is she gone? Where did you go?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. You cut out a couple of times, and I couldn't tell if it was my end or not. I'm sitting perfectly still. So the last I heard was female, or you said
Yes.
someone else.
Yes. When I keep going up into contract deals and things, I get another female in a relationship. Like I want to talk about mom as well.
My mom?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Did you hear my voice drop on that one?
Oh, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no. So sorry. But that's
Yeah.
what they're highlighting around. So I know that you're calling me for a certain reason, but when I'm talking to your guides, sometimes they're like, sorry, I got to get another message across to her. Like even if yours
I
is
totally
important,
get
like
it.
they're like hand raised,
Nope.
mine comes first.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
But I get mom and contract with mom that needs to be dealt with and released around that. Do you have a brother too?
No.
You do not. Does she have a brother? There's a brother that I keep feeling around.
She just lost her last brother. He just passed.
Oh, I am so sorry about that. Okay, so he would be the one that's delivering the message to help.
Yeah, he just passed. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times when people cross over to the other side and they see our junk here, they don't want things to be left unsaid.
Right.
That's what I just heard. So if there's something that needs to be brought to the table or something that needs to be resolved, it needs to be resolved. However capacity that would be, but that would be from his energy saying that.
Okay. Yeah, I had to call her and let her know he had passed, and we hadn't talked for 3 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I'm sure that was really hard.
Yep. It's hard every time she does it.
So, and that's probably why when I pulled out your cards at the beginning, and it says the challenge is just remembering to have fun, right? It's remember that the earth is a playground, nothing's set in stone. We can move around things, even contracts, even soul people. I like to talk to people's soul. Like if you can't talk to your mom, then talk to her soul.
Right.
So say, I'm going to talk to mom's soul today, and I just want to have a conversation to get this information across or to tell her something. She has something with her head going on.
Mentally, that's been, I think, a problem. Physically, I don't know because I just haven't been around her for so long.
Okay. I want to go mentally more than anything.
Okay.
And when I'm looking at the contract that is what is being brought up between you two, there's things that need to be resolved. And I get the big F word, which is forgiveness. Sorry, I said it like that.
Yeah. Yep, I get it.
That comes into play. But you can do it, right? You have so much support around you. You got your dad. He shows up right away. And his energy is completely in the light. And he's just like, I like him a lot. He's fun and he's nice and he feels good to be around. Do you know an Eric?
That's my husband.
That is your husband. Okay, fantastic. So if I have another person, there's a woman who keeps calling his name over and over to me. And she gives me really bad anxiety. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
That's odd.
What's odd?
Just it almost sounds like his mother, but his mother, it's her birthday and she's still with us.
Oh, I love that a lot. It's okay. It's all right. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
She's good. I just feel like, I do. Like my heart is just, I don't know if it's anxiety. It is anxiety. Going up. And sometimes they just mention her because, they need to celebrate. But it's a woman on the other side who's calling Eric. And it's just like, yay, fun, fun, fun. It's definitely a woman.
Huh. I wouldn't know who that would be.
I'm going through the family and nothing's highlighting. Nothing's highlighting on family. So I would go out more like friends, or it's going to be friends of a family. But it's just really excited to be here. When you call in, it doesn't matter who calls in, all of your loved ones and your people come in together because they're excited to see you. It is. But they also told me that you're a medium as well.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
High five. Yeah. I love it. So keep talking to them. I was just told that we have 60 seconds left. So ask me a question. Any question you have.
Where do we move?
Where do you move? Oh my goodness. And you're in the Keys? Are you in the Keys?
Nope. We're near Sarasota. We're on the West Coast. And it's time. We need land. We need land. We need to build a compound for the family. I need to put everybody together, and I want a spiritual retreat. And the only way I can do it is stay in Florida, and I got to have land.
Okay, remember, this is your playground. That's why I just got reminded. This is your playground. If money is in the issue, you open up, right? You sit down and you open up and you say, I'm ready to receive. Please come to me. Please come to me. Because they're saying you can already have whatever you have. I don't see you moving out of the state because I just checked through all the states. That does not highlight on me. Your manifestation, that's what I would work with, right? Doing the work, writing yourself a check, sending it out. Bringing the fire up and knowing that you already have it. That's where the thing goes wrong in your manifestation. Knowing that whatever you put out, you're already going to receive it back.